German infrastructure is broken, literally. Trains are running late, and look at these numbers. Germany has been paying much less for public infrastructure than its peers like the US or other European countries. Any government that takes office after elections in 6 weeks here will have to tackle the core of these problems: money. And we're talking about lots of money. Given that the last government collapsed over a hole in the budget, this is going to be a tough one. There are many numbers going around on how much Germany needs to spend to become
a modern country with a functional infrastructure.
Let's work with the 600 billion that would be needed over the next 10 years, as mentioned by this report, which, by the way, is a rather conservative estimate. The money would go towards repairing roads, building train tracks and schools. A part of it would be used to deal with climate disasters. What's not even part of the mentioned total sum is the additional costs of hiring new staff or modernizing Germany's critically underfunded military. So how much is 600 billion euros really? Well, so this is the size of the proposed German government budget for the year 2025 alone. Spending another 600 billion on infrastructure means having to finance 60 billion every year on top of that. But the last government collapsed in November 2024 over trying to finance roughly 12 billion. So while 60 billion doesn't look like all that much, it's impossible to finance in the current budget.
Even if we cut somewhere in the social security system or in the social welfare system, which would really be very bad for many people, it would not be enough to cover all these costs we mentioned in the study.
According to the manifestos for the upcoming elections, all parties suggest such large tax cuts that the overall income for the government would actually shrink, which means there's one option left.
The infrastructure investment must be paid by additional debt. And this is nothing that is worrying, because infrastructure investments is a productive investment. Infrastructure investments is also financed by itself because it creates new economic growth.
Which means any new government will have to make decisions that cut deep into Germany's financial fabric if they want to fix that.